completely different.
I've been trying to be fair and balanced. I hate quoting that line from Fox News because they're not fair and balanced. But I've been trying to be nice about the Hawk Tuah girl, about Haliey Welch. She's allegedly a crack baby. She's had a hard life. I get it. It's cool that she's a millionaire. I'm really not jealous. I'm not. It doesn't bother me because we all will get our time of success. And I'm doing well, so I'm not jealous. So I don't want anybody to comment and go, oh, you're jealous of her. I'm not. I don't want to be famous for talking about oral sex. I want to be famous for having a morning radio show and a podcast type of vibe. I don't want to be famous for Hawk Tuah. But here's the thing. I also work on having self-awareness, that I am 6'9", that I am uncoordinated, and that I do have a strange voice. And I work with it. I don't take it seriously. If people talk smack about me or people message me, I read it on the show and I find it funny because I'm aware of who I am. Hawk Tuah, Haliey Welch, is not aware of who she is. Hawk Tuah earlier this year was talking about how, think about it. Before I talk about something, think about it. In April, we didn't know who Haliey Welch was. She was working at a spring factory. Now she's getting DM'd by people. And in July, she put Young Gravy on blast for DMing her. But then Young Gravy released the DMs and it was just him asking if she wanted to perform at a concert. And he even said he's not trying to make a move. So this imbecile, I've had enough. This imbecile loves to talk about other men that release DMs, but she's also trying to be a feminist who doesn't need to go on OnlyFans for money. And her podcast is not bad. She's got kind of like a white trash kind of call her daddy kind of vibe. I didn't mind it. I didn't listen to it long, but I just kind of was like, this is not bad. You know, when you listen to something and it's not for you, but you can appreciate that it's not bad. Talk Tuah is not a bad podcast. But here's the problem. She's not an interesting person. She's like any other girl you see at a country music bar in any city. There's a ton of Haliey Welches out there. They're cute. They got a little tight body. And that doesn't matter if their body's tight or not. I'm just describing. There's a lot of girls like that. They're skinny. But the fact that Haliey Welch is talking about other people DMing her when she's famous for talking about spitting in the lower region during oral sex and how that makes men go crazy, of course people are going to DM you. You're a clout chaser. You were drunk in the moment when you made that video and you were being yourself and it was cute. But now that you're talking about other people releasing DMs, shut your mouth. Shut your effing mouth. Nobody cares. And now some people might say, oh, but you're talking about it. You care. No, I find it ridiculous. There has been this new thing this season. It must be the fall. It's getting a little darker out. Girls are getting a little more emotional because they want a man during the holiday season, but then come January and February, they cheat. There's something going on where girls are so emotional. You had Liam Payne's ex making it about her, Maya Henry. Then you have Kayla Nicole. All these things, and soon we'll talk about Zach Bryan's ex, but all these girls talking about their DMs and whatnot. It's like you claim you don't need the man, but then you're talking about men. It's like NBA TV showing the WNBA. The WNBA is like, we should be our own brand, but then, you know what I'm saying? Here's Haliey Welch talking about a UFC fighter sliding in her DM.
You would?
You said a UFC fighter, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't even know who I'm talking about. I don't do research because I'm playing that whole everyday average girl kind of vibe. Like, why would I bring any research to a podcast?
You would?
You said a UFC fighter, right?
Yes.
What is that fella's name that's been messaging me all week? The O'Malley.
Okay, of course he's been messaging you. You talked about spitting on penis.
Right?
Yes.
What is that fella's name that's been messaging me all week? The O'Malley boy.
Sean?
O'Malley boy. I can't stand Southern accents. I think it's because I'm from the North, but I love me an annoying Michigan broad over this.
Sugar Sean?
He has a kid, don't he?
Okay. Who cares if he has a kid? Cool. You're famous for talking about spitting on penis. What credibility do you have? You're talented. You're smart for not doing OnlyFans. I really respect that. You didn't go down the route like Cash Me Outside. But shut up. Have a little self-awareness. Of course people are going to DM you.
Was he DMing you?
Dude, he's so nice. He's just conversating with me. He's like, what are you doing?
No,
I was
wasn't he like?
nothing."
Okay, so then he's just being friendly. You want to be famous? This is what you're going to get.
Didn't he like
What are
call
you
you like
doing?
5,000
No,
times
usually
before
just
he
be
said
nice,
anything?
you know, right? What are you doing?
So when I
Up
seen
to?
he first like DM me, I had like 5 missed calls from him, and I was like, what the
He's
fuck?
calling you?
Yeah, like on Instagram. I didn't even know you could fucking do that.
I don't think you know a lot. I'm not saying you're dumb because you're smart, but you're dumb smart. And it's because you're from the South. It's just this like, I wouldn't trust her. Like she was in St. Pete about a month ago, 2 months ago, and 25-year-old me would have been like, oh my God, I got to go see Hawk Tua. Now I'm like, because I don't trust girls like that. If a girl, listen to me, guys out there, I'm going to give you some advice. You got to really look, and this I guess could go for guys if girls are wanting advice about dating guys, but I can only speak as a heterosexual man because I am the authority on all things dating as a heterosexual. So I have a lot of experience and a high body count. A lot of it was unnecessary sex. But listen to me. If a girl has certain traits that she does over and over again in past relationships, like if all the relationships end with a dry spell, and then she's single for a month and then gets a new boyfriend, or if she talks bad about all her boyfriends and her dad, she's going to do that to you. So to anybody out there that's DMing Haliey Welch, a.k.a. Hawk Tua, what's going to happen is she's going to release that. I would never trust her. I would not trust her with anything. I've thought about DMing her to try to get her on this podcast, but what am I going to talk about? She doesn't really want to do the whole sex advice thing. Bill Maher was kind of right about that in the podcast. She could do like a Gen Z love line kind of thing. But she's like trying to be something that she's not. It's like, go with the fact that you're a little promiscuous, kind of. I don't think you have like a huge body count, but you're famous for talking about oral sex. Embrace it.
Happy hour. Happy hour.
It's time for Hoppe in the morning.
RyanHappyRadio.com.
And like that, he's gone.
Whenever we're going outside, all I smell is poop.
I'll kick you in the nuts and we'll call it a day.
Happy hour is now over.
Happy hour is now over.
Game